mark Asara Tevet this week. Ostensibly, it's the most minor of the fasts that are marking the destruction of Jerusalem. Asara Tevet is when the Babylonians, during the First Temple period, laid siege to Jerusalem. The two more grave fasts are Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, when the wall of Jerusalem was breached, and of course Tisha B'Av, when the temple was destroyed. What's the significance of Asara B'Tevet? The Gemara discussing not Asara B'Tevet, but Tisha B'Av in Masechet Ta'anit has a machloket. Rabbi Yochanan said, if I lived during the period of the Churban, I would have lobbied to create the fast not on the 9th, but on the 10th, because that's actually when the final destruction of the temple took place. Chachamim said, Atchalta de Puranuta Adifa, the beginning of the catastrophe has greater weight. The temple was set aflame on the 9th, even though it wasn't destroyed. The Mikdash wasn't destroyed until the 10th. The final destruction didn't take place. I think that principle, Atchalta de Puranuta Adifa, there's greater weight to the beginning of a catastrophe, applies to Asara B'Tevet, and in a very different way applies to our lives today, and also to Parshat Vayechi. Why is there such weight to the beginning of the catastrophe? Rabbi David Abudraham, in his halachot on the Siddur, tells us that Asara B'Tevet cannot fall on Shabbat. But if it did, at least not on our calendars, but if it did, we would have to fast on Asara B'Tevet. It's not a fast that, like Tisha B'Av, can move because of the sanctity of Shabbat. Asara B'Tevet is always on Asara B'Tevet. Why is it so significant? I think the point of Atchalta is that things are still reversible. Things are fluid. History can turn on a dime at the beginning of a process. By the time you get to Yud Zayin B'Tammuz, nothing could change. The die was cast. But Asara B'Tevet, the Churban didn't have to occur. Look earlier in Jewish history, around a little less than 150 years earlier, when the Assyrians laid siege to Jerusalem, it was clear that Jerusalem was going to be destroyed, but it wasn't destroyed. One night, 185,000 Assyrian soldiers died, and the rest retreated, following the tshuva of Chizkiyahu and the prayers of Yeshayahu. Didn't have to be, and it was. We live in a very different period. We're also in a period of Atchalta, of a beginning. We returned to the state of Israel after 2,000 years. We're crafting the future by crafting the nature of our state and the life of our people in Israel today. It's an Atchalta. It is thankfully not an Atchalta of a catastrophe. It's an Atchalta of the future. We're in a period which is still fluid. And we, the Jewish people, need to realize that our actions today are shaping the future of our state and the future of our redemption for the future. For those who live abroad, this means sustaining what is in the state of Israel. It means sustaining the state, sustaining our security, sustaining our Torah institutions in order to shape the future. For those of us who live in Israel, it means living with the lessons of Asara B'Tevet. If one reads the prophecies of the prophets, they all spoke about just society. Tzion b'mishpat tipadeh v'shaveha b'tzedakah, says the prophet Yeshayahu. Tzion will be redeemed with justice, and its dwellers with loving kindness. That's what we in Israel have to think about. So the Jewish people all told need to think about the fact that we're shaping the future right now. Things are fluid, and the kind of Israel we build, the kind of society we build, the place of Torah in the life of our people determines whether we turn on a dime in one direction, God forbid, or in another direction, thankfully.